Hi guys. Just wanted to share a few thoughts that are, all around in my head. Trust those. In the world that we live in today, we look to others for validation and for guidance, for love and support, not just nourishment, but nourishment on all levels. We're always told to trust our instincts and follow our guide, you know? Listen to the inner voice inside. But then as soon as you listen to that inner voice inside, they tell you it's wrong. Don't do that. Get stuck in the here and now. So when it comes to trying to live a more authentic self of who you really are, with alignment of who you are and why you've come here to be. Because we weren't just plopped here to make a paycheck and die. We weren't just plopped here to just be. We are spirits living in a physical being in this moment. And in this moment, we really do need to step inside and take a look at ourselves, analyze ourselves, step outside yourself and take a look around. Analyze all the you that you've left behind. Take a look back at all the things that you've posted on social media. It gives you little clues and glimpses as to who you are. Are you constantly posting things that you wouldn't be proud of at the end of your life? What if you were to be faced in front of God? Would you be proud of that one thing you just said? Of that one thing you just did? Or that mockery or slam that you just posted? I think the internet is such a brilliant, amazing tool. Set it up to guide you, to nourish all of those levels that we just don't get elsewhere. Had I listened to all the people around me as I were growing up, I would have never done Ben. I just would have died. All the times in my life, and I've posted how crazy it sounds that I've listened to God, and I will say, and the spirits around. Whoever that is, whatever that is, that's a higher thing. Because all the influences that I've had around me were telling me things that you shouldn't tell a child or even an adult. Because sometimes as adults, it takes all the way up into our adulthood just to come into the knowing of who we are. So many people go off to college and they have no idea what they're going for because they have no idea what they want to do or be. They just go because the whole world of society just tells you you've got to do this and you've got to do that. Trust your instincts, follow your gut, but as soon as you do, don't do that. That's wrong. Take a moment to analyze your life, your surroundings, and the things that you are leaving behind. What type of things are you expressing outward and leaving behind? Like that of your social media content. I hope I'm on the right track, and I know I am. Because I'm following that inner voice, which is God. I always have. But now so more than ever. You know what? I'm going to do it. Because when I listen to God and the inner voice, you know what I mean? That's when I've been able to be myself and feel the best. When you feel good, you're with God. If it makes you feel bad, analyze everything with that. I'd been listening to a Instagram chat thing yesterday with two people. Won't name names, but those are ones that I would look up to. And things didn't resonate with me very well. They didn't sit well with me. So I started making comments, and these little comments as I'm watching this live feed. And I could see I was making them look bad by being the authentic me, listening, sensing, and knowing what I should be is comment, just leaving my comment over and over and over each time I did. Yeah, and getting back to like, yeah, this is great, this is wonderful, this is fabulous, oh, thank you. And then each time I would comment, like, and they're looking all around, like, you could see that when I'm me and I allow God to flow through me, it makes some people uncomfortable. Because so many people just want the validation, the confirmation, and to show the world. Look at me, look at me. And that's not the way it is. It's not the way it should be. I love you guys. Always remember to take time to analyze yourself and your life and your surroundings and what you're doing. Because at the end of the life, you've got to be proud of who you are and what you've done and what you've said and what you've posted. And are you really going to be proud of that, one little thing? What if it's a whole series of a collection of a whole bunch of things that you really wouldn't be proud of? What else did you leave behind for yourself? Are you living with your authentic, true self? Are you expressing outward that true, authentic self? Are you just being of ego, of mankind, edging God out, not listening to that inner voice way deep down inside? Follow your gut, your intuition, that's your guide. When it comes to anxiety, that was a big thing yesterday. And when it comes to anxiety, people are all like, how do I get it to calm, and, blah, 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 and all this. Well, anxiety is one of those little subtle nudges from the spirit, the divine, the God, the spirits all around, whatever you want to call it, label, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have a name. But I refer to it as God, my higher power. That spirit within me, that I come from, that we all come from. We have an extension living within us that makes us breathe. That's what I'm following. That's your gut. When it comes to anxiety, analyze it. Don't just freak out about it. Analyze it. Look at everything surrounding it. What is it? It's not just a word, anxiety. When you follow your instincts, you listen to your gut. That little inner voice inside is God, spirits around, whatever you label. Because we all have to label. Finding a close personal relationship with God is what we're told to have, but then when we find it and we have it, we're told, no, that's bad. Be your authentic self. And when it comes to looking at things to the highest of grade, we look to people like the Pope. That's not the best answer. You take a look at all the things around this particular, has no love and respect and compassion for children or animals. 215 people, children, just found in an old religious site, church. And I'm trying to be as vague as possible because this is just really wrong. You don't want to say things like this. You know what I mean? And you don't want to be this way. And you don't want to have negative comments or anything when it comes to someone in that high of a position of way. So with this particular, said that this is, like, whatever. It's bad. Let's call for a time of healing, and didn't even bother to apologize. Now, while I understand that particular pope, it may not be his actual doings that caused these 215 children to be found, but you're in the highest position, and you need to do something and say something and make it right, even though you had nothing to do with it. It's your job, it's your duty. The whole world is looking up to you, and you can't even say, you know what? It's wrong. We need to be better, do better. We need to be there for children and for animals and for nature. Because other people may have done wrong. We can be better. One of the things that I'd learned word-wise along the way in my life is, I just want to be better than the way I was the day before. Just to be a better version of myself than I was the day before. Live life like that. Even if you had nothing to do with it, you can make it right. Just by being there to comment and say, that's wrong, dude. Be better than you were the day before. Because somebody's looking up to you. Because they have nowhere else to turn. It doesn't matter what it is or what your life is like. Follow you. Because that little voice inside is God. The thing that created us and gives us life. And the spirits all around and all of that. You know what I mean? I had seen too this post, this teacher, mathematician teacher, went to school in a dress today. And that is so beautiful. This dude did that to say, hey, the world has looked at these people, gays, lesbians, transgendered, and all of those LGBTQ, and there's so many more. Just be yourself, but stand up for others as well, and say, look, just because what had gone on and had been said throughout our past, I may not have had anything to do with myself personally, but I'll stand up for you. And I'll say and do and feel and live from a place. And it may not be my duty to say I'm sorry. But I can make it right for somebody else. Just by saying, hey, I'm sorry. That really is wrong. We all have that voice, that guide inside. Somebody looks up to. Hear it. Express it. You can save somebody's life. I've had moments along the way where just by going up and giving somebody a piece of candy, when I worked at Walgreens, I had this lady come up to me because when she walked in, I'm like, oh, here's a piece of candy. I gave out candy, and I got in trouble for that because I worked the graveyard shift. You're not allowed to do that. I'm doing it anyway. I mean, you're gonna, drag your kids out in the middle of the night? Come on, man. Give me a piece of candy. You're being really good in the store, and I really appreciate it. Well, I had done that for a lady. I had no idea how bad life was for her. I just got in her face, like I do, and I gave her a piece of candy. Actually, it was more like fear. And, just told her, have a great night. Have a great day, Little words of encouragement. I had no idea. When she was going to check out, she called my manager over. Here we go again. She let my manager know that she was picking up medications for her family. She was going to go and take them home. And then go off somewhere and kill herself. And because I got in her way, and I changed her whole vibration for that moment, she's alive today. And she told my manager that was all because of me stepping in the way and trying to be a better person and show other people their value isn't just, yeah, what do I care? Go tell somebody else I'm trying to watch this. Live from your authentic place. It can save a life, even outside of your own. I love you. Namaste to all. And to all, a good night.